Hey, Errol.
Good morning, Blanca. How are you doing today?
I'm doing awesome. How are you?
Absolutely fantastic. I'm in love with your music. And what is that like for you on that side of the industry in the way that when that music flows through you and then people are going, oh my God, Blanca, this is really in our life now.
It's mind blowing, Errol. If I could, I could tell you, it still blows my mind even to this day. I've been doing this since I was about 17, 18 years old, and the most miraculous, the most beautiful part is to see how you write these songs from your heart and your experience, and you put them out into the world, and somehow, in some way, they connect with people's hearts. They help them. They encourage them through their process. They give them a safe space to feel emotions and to connect with kind of your story and intertwining it with their own. But it's one of the most amazing parts of what I get to do is seeing how my music can be out in the world and that people actually love it.
So what usually comes to you first? Is it like a lyric, or is it the music itself where you'll hear like a da 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 da, and you're going, oh my God, I've got to put something to that.
For me, it's usually the lyric. There's times where I have a note on my phone that's called titles, and
Yeah.
so and no matter what, like if I'm driving in my car or I listen to something, I'm listening to a podcast, or I'm thinking about my life, and I'm like, there's something to this. This is something better. I think I'm going to write this down. I like this concept. And then when I get into the studio, I list out, these titles that I've had saved over the course of time on my phone, and we start from there. But there are times where I'll hear like maybe a song on the radio, and I'm like, I need to make a song like this.
Mm-hmm.
I love this so much.
Mm.
And so it'll be from like the rhythm or the beat of it, but mostly it's from the lyrics.
When you take a song like Even at My Worst, I see this as a healing tool for listeners because you invite us into the song. And not too many songs are that way. They play, but they don't invite us into it.
I love that. That's such a beautiful visual for me. I think with songs like Even at My Worst, I think for me, it's like the picture that I get is almost like a journal entry.
Mm-hmm.
And as I'm writing these lyrics, I'm like, how can I invite someone in to say, your healing is my healing? Like, I'm in this with you. You're in this with me. As I heal, you're healing. And as you heal, I'm healing too. Like, let's hold the hands through this process and unite in kind of this feeling of how our stories are so similar. And so that's been a big motivation for me. I remember hearing that from one of my mentors when I started writing for this album. She said, there's this story, right? And you have a chief. He's from this village, and a man comes to the village to help them. And he says, the chief tells him, if you've come to help us, you can leave. But if your liberation is our liberation, sit down. We have much to discuss. And it impacted me so much because I'm like, that's what I want my music to be about. I want to say, if your healing is my healing and my healing is your healing, sit down because we have a lot to talk about.
Oh, and that's what it's so about. Oh, my God, that speaks to my heart in big ways. And you talk about journal entries and stuff like that. I've been a daily writer for 28 years. I totally understand, and maybe that is my connection to your music, such as the healing and stuff like that, because it allows me to step in there to feel your words, to understand your words. And I think that's the connection.
I love that. I love hearing that because the healing, what I wanted with that song was, how do I talk about the process?
Mm-hmm.
So many times in this journey, especially as a believer, with my faith walk, you hear these songs or you hear people talk, and it's like, I'm restored, I'm healed, I'm good. And I think those songs are powerful and they're needed. But I'm like, how do I talk about where I am at this very moment? I feel like I'm having this awakening, and there's this rebirth and this reconnection to kind of what God is doing, but I'm not there yet. Like, He's healing me right now in this process. Like, I'm starting to believe again. I feel this fire rising up. And so I really wanted to talk about the process of it, to bring that person in say, like, as you're listening to these lyrics, hopefully there's something rising up in you too.
Well, as my preacher at Elevation Church, Pastor Stephen Furtick, would say, it's God moving through you. And how is God going to move through you? And what are you going to do with that tool?
He's amazing, and that's exactly right.
Here you are. The music is out there. Are we going to see you live on any stage?
Yes, you are going to see me live. I promise you. There's some things in the works right now. I have some friends that are putting together a tour, and we're trying to make it happen for spring of next year. So be on the lookout for tour dates coming very, very soon. I'm so excited to be able to do these songs live. And it's just like, I just feel very grateful for this season that I'm in now. Yeah. Even for me, listening back to some of these songs and remembering where I was when I wrote them to where I'm at now, it's like I'm ready to hit the road and just share my story and hopefully see how it's been impacting other people in their life.
Oh, I love where your heart is. Blanca, you got to come back to this show anytime in the future. The door is always going to be open for you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for being flexible to making this happen today.
Absolutely. Well, you be brilliant today, okay?
Thank you.